Hey everyone, my name is Brad. Welcome back to the vlog. Today I wanted to talk about culture and why culture is so important to your business and why you need to really hone in and protect the culture environment that you have. I think this goes way beyond your average standard like bullcrap pizza party that a lot of admin throw around. The first thing that I do to support culture in our practice, in our business, my business, is that I am not above doing any job possible. I've gotten in there, I've cleaned the toilets, I've cleaned the floors, I have fixed the sink, I have done our IT, I've helped room my own patients, I've answered the phones, I do my own referrals, sometimes. There's no job that is beneath me in order of me helping out the practice as a whole succeed. And I think doing that is I sit there in the trenches, is that whenever my medical assistants, whenever we had 3 of them out and we only had 2 left, I stayed here till 6 o'clock and catch up on tasks that needed to be done. Is that something that I'm always going to have to do in scale going forward? Hell no. I don't want to stay here till 6 o'clock, and I don't want my MAs here till 6 o'clock. But I think as we're small and those one-off events happen, there's nothing that is beneath me in doing a task to help everyone grow and the practice grow larger. I think that contributes a huge part to the culture, and that do whatever it takes for the business to be successful. Within reason, legal reason that is, and ethical reasons. The second thing is that we go beyond just regular pizza parties. So we pay a person every Friday to do treats, breakfasts, whatever. They come in and they do homemade whatever we ask them to. So this week they brought in cheesecakes, 2 amazing cheesecakes, and a bunch of other Valentine's Day gifts because I'm making this video right around Valentine's Day. But they brought that in for us. Other times they'll bring in pecan pies, or they'll bring in homemade breakfasts for us with kolaches or other types of biscuits and gravy and other things for us. Sometimes it's as simple as homemade lattes for everyone. It doesn't take a lot, but that every Friday repetition costs me about $300, maybe $400 a month max. But it improves productivity on Friday and happiness, and improves the culture so much that there's a reason why a lot of places provide free food, is because it really does add to the culture. You could stipulate and say, well, we're losing a lot of money doing this. We're gaining so much in culture and productivity that it more than pays for itself. Showing our appreciation through food rather than just pizza parties is huge. If we have a day that's very busy in clinic, I don't mind going out and catering lunch for them or having lunch delivered last second for everyone. Or if 2 employees don't show up and that puts more strain on the other employees, yeah, we might have Starbucks lattes delivered for everyone. You have to treat people the way you'd want to be treated, especially if you're asking them to take on extra responsibilities that they're going to have to work harder if their colleagues are not there. The next thing for culture is a bit tough to deal with because it tends to go with getting rid of toxicity, which means terminating people. We've had our fair share of employees. And right now we have about 15, 16 full-time employees, which we're still a very small organization. But when there is one person who's toxic, the first thing I do is that if they cross a line, for example, one time one of my employees crossed the line by calling another person a very negative slur, yeah, they're out of here. Fine. That's not going to fly. However, if it's just negativity, like, this job sucks, or blah, 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 this is just so crap every single day. Okay, fine. I get that you can have one bad day, but if it's every day like that, then we're going to come and me or my manager is going to sit down with you and say, hey, what's going on here? I want not only our patients to be healthy and happy, but I want employees to be healthy and happy. We have given employees extra time off if they needed a mental health day. We have gone and supported employees to the sense that one of my employees was super stressed that her mother was trying to become a legal citizen here in the United States. And that was causing a lot of stress, that their sister had a suicide attempt and there was a lot going on in her life. And this was causing a lot of stress, like basically zeroing out all their money. And I said, you know what? What if we just pay for that lawyer to kind of help your mom get over here? Would that help out a lot? Now, this employee's been with us for 5 years, but again, I think I treat people like I'd want to be treated. I think that helps go to the culture of the practice and the business, that this person has never complained about staying late or doing whatever we ask them to do. They're truly, I think, a team player because I want them to be healthy and happy, and I'm very invested in them. And of course, it is a business. I have to profit some degree, but at the same time, I can still treat my employees right. Now, we have currently a few employees where there's a little bit of toxicity brewing, and it's not truly toxicity, but it's just more, why do I have to do this? I don't want to do this. It's bordering on laziness rather than toxicity. So what I've been doing is sitting down saying, hey, these are your metrics. You need to hit these metrics. If you're not happy here, then just leave. I'm happy having you here. But if you're not happy here, maybe you should go home and think about if you really want to work here. And I do put it back on them to say, like, I can feel that there's something not okay with you going on. Maybe you need to take your own pulse, or your own emotional pulse, if you will, to figure out, why are you here? If you're not happy, why are you here? Life's too short. Go find another job. Same thing with any of you guys watching this video. If you're with a group that doesn't value you, if you're not happy with your job and you're constantly posting memes or things online about how much you hate Mondays and everything, why? Why are you there? Life is short. Move on. Move on to something else. The final thing when it comes to culture is that I want to be present. So there's a dichotomy. I own the business. I don't want to work as hard as I used to work, meaning 60, 70, 80-hour weeks. But at the same time, I still want to be present. I mean, this is my baby after all. I've invested a ton of money, a ton of time into it. And I think being here and having my philosophy on how I want our patients to be, on how I want our employees to be, is that I feel like people can either fit in with that mantra or they can move on to something else. I think it comes down to, I'm living the life that I want to live, although there's some areas that I'm trying to move into, growing my practice, trying to grow the business. We're basically going to triple in size probably this year. There's that still want and desire, but that culture along that path is I'm still going to treat people with kindness. I'm still going to treat people with respect. And just like employees or patients that cross the line, I'm not scared to terminate a patient. I'm not scared to terminate an employee to say, like, maybe this is just not a good fit and you should go somewhere else. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I think that the big parties once a year, it's like a relationship. If you and your wife have a terrible relationship, but on Valentine's Day, you're like, well, I got you flowers and a massage and blah, blah, blah. But every other day of the week, you're treating them like crap, frankly. That doesn't really make up for it. That doesn't add to a great relationship to have that one day. It is the daily accountabilities that you have to do, showing them that every week we do provide food. Every day I'm going to be there for you if you need something. I'm physically here. I'm there for you if you need to text me and talk about something. And that those toxic patients or toxic employees, that's not going to be tolerated here. You can go somewhere else. Have a nice day. What are y'all's tips for what you're doing with your business? Or what are you going to do with your business to help add to the culture? So that way you can have a healthy work environment and people can enjoy as much as they can being at work, growing that business forward. Leave that post below. See you guys next time. Bye.